Hey, this is Kelsey Kimball, and I'm presenting the ISTE standards for teachers for my IDT 3600 final exam. So to facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity, I think that the three best assignments that I had this semester that are going to help me with that are learning how to create a graphic organizer, an instructional comic, and an interactive learning activity. So the graphic organizer covers Substandard A, which reads, promote, support, and model creative and innovative thinking and attentiveness, using graphic organizers myself to explain activities as well as having my students create graphic organizers will kind of help me to inspire learning and creativity by allowing them to look at the topics covered in class in a new and more broken down manner. So they will be able to be creative with the graphic organizer, they can use different colors, and they can add their own pictures that will help them remember that information. For the instructional comic, it covers Substandard C, which reads, to promote student reflection using collaborative tools to reveal and clarify students' conceptual understanding and thinking, planning, and creative processes. Instructional comics will help me to inspire creativity just kind of by allowing students to think outside of the box when it comes to academics. They will have a fun comic associated with their learning to help them remember. And finally, interactive learning activities covers Substandard B, which says to engage students in exploring real-world issues and solving authentic problems using digital tools and resources. My list that I created of interactive learning activities will come in handy when I'm teaching because it will facilitate learning and creativity by giving students the ability to engage with what they are learning with technology. Moving on, I will cover how did your work in this course prepare you to design and develop digital age learning experiences and assessments. The three assignments that I chose for this standard are my field experience, my Web 2.0 tools, and the interactive whiteboard activity that I created. So specifically for my field experience, I'm going to be talking about the Jeopardy review game that I played with the kids, and that covers Substandard A, which says design or adapt relevant learning experiences that incorporate digital tools and resources to promote students' learning and creativity. So when I created a Jeopardy game for my field experience, I was kind of expecting it to be a great modern way to monitor where the students were in learning the material. During the game, I was able to take notes in my head as to what was too difficult or too easy for the students. And if I was their full-time teacher, I would have been able to incorporate that information into my future lessons. I definitely plan on using this a lot in my future classroom. For the Web 2.0 tools, I'm specifically talking about Edmodo and Class Dojo, which covers Substandard B. Develop technology-enriched learning environments that enable all students to pursue their individual curiosities and become active participants in setting their own educational goals, managing their own learning, and assessing their own progress. These Web 2.0 tools allow students to do all of these things listed in the substandard. I look forward to using these tools in my future classroom because it gives students and parents a fun and safe way to communicate with me, the teacher, as well as other parents and classmates. It also allows them to kind of monitor their grades and classroom conduct, which I would report in a fun way on the website. Then finally, the interactive whiteboard activity covers Substandard D, provides students with multiple and varied formative and summative assessments aligned with content and technology standards, and use resulting data to inform learning and teaching. What I really liked about the interactive whiteboard activity, as well as what makes it aligned with the standards, is that I can make it do whatever I want it to do. I can change the questions, I can personalize it exactly to my specific classroom. Then after seeing what different students are having trouble with or doing correctly or incorrectly, I can easily go back and review. It's also fun and allows students to enjoy their work. Next is how did your work in this course prepare you to model digital age work and learning? The three assignments that I chose for this substandard, or for this standard rather, are Web 2.0 tools, my web quest, as well as audio, video, and screen capture lectures. The Web 2.0 tools Edmodo and Class Dojo covered Substandard C, which reads communicate relevant information and ideas effectively to students, parents, and peers using a variety of digital age media and formats. These tools once again make for a better organized classroom. In this digital age, it is necessary to communicate multiple ways. Just sending a newsletter home will not do. The parents will most likely never see it. These tools allow for outside digital communication between parents, students, and learners. The WebQuest covers substandard A, which is demonstrate fluency in technology systems and the transfer of current knowledge to new technologies and situations. Having students participate in a WebQuest perfectly encompasses modern digital age work. It has students use one website to then investigate on subsequent websites to find their necessary information. I would utilize this tool as a teacher to have my students become more fluent with technology while learning about necessary topics at the same time. Then the audio, video, and screen capture lectures cover substandard D, which is model and facilitate effective use of current and emerging digital tools to locate, analyze, and support research and learning. All three of these tools are emerging digital tools. I would definitely use them to better explain difficult topics to students that they could look up at home so that they could help with their homework, and even so parents could look at them and just know what their students are currently learning. Next, I will be covering how did your work in this course prepare you to promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility. So I once again chose the Web 2.0 tools, WebQuest, and Field Experience. The Web 2.0 tools this time cover substandard C, which reads promote and model digital etiquette and responsible social interactions related to the use of technology and information. So using these online tools allows for teachers to monitor the social interactions that takes place between the students. So it's a safe place that, there's going to be no cyberbullying or anything. And if there was, the teacher would be able to monitor that and address that accordingly. Not only is this good for academics, but it also provides an opportunity for the teacher to explain to students the correct and proper way to communicate online. The WebQuest covers substandard B, which is address the diverse needs of all learners by using learner-centered strategies, providing equitable access to appropriate digital tools and resources. Using a WebQuest allows students to work at their own pace and explore the internet and find their own information with the resources that I specifically provide so I know that they're safe. It leaves room for creativity and also allows the students to learn more about using the internet as well as word processing tools. And then finally, my field experience, which in this specific instance, I'm talking about citing the websites, the students citing the websites. This covers substandard A, which is advocate, model, and teach safe, legal, and ethical use of digital information and technology, including respect for copyright, intellectual property, and the appropriate documentation of sources. When I did my field experience, the students created a mind map, and I provided them with a list of links that they could use to find the necessary information for the mind map. I told the students that they needed to copy and paste the links that they used in the mind map so that I knew which ones that they used specifically. It was a very basic approach, but it definitely exposed the students to the beginning stages of learning how to cite intellectual property. So now, finally, I'm going to cover how did your work in this course allow you to engage in professional growth and leadership. And the assignments that I'm using to cover this standard are interactive learning activities table, Web 2.0 tools once again, and collaboration in field experience. The interactive learning activities table covers substandard B, which is exhibit leadership by demonstrating a vision of technology infusion, participating in shared decision-making and community building, and developing the leadership and technology skills of others. So I think that the learning activities table that I made will serve me well in my future career by giving me a head start on ideas for activities for my classroom. I definitely look forward to expanding this list and sharing it with my fellow teachers and making sure that all classrooms in my school have great resources to use. This time, Web 2.0 tools cover substandard C, evaluate and reflect on current research and professional practice on a regular basis to make effective use of existing and emerging digital tools and resources in support of student learning. Web 2.0 tools, just as a whole, are constantly expanding and getting better, and I want to make sure that I continue to stay up to date on the tools and continue to use the best and most up-to-date ones in my classroom. And finally, collaboration and field experience covers substandard A, Participate in local and global learning communities to explore creative applications of technology to improve student learning. So collaborating with a partner during my field experience really helped us as a whole come up with new ideas that we might not have thought of individually. I will definitely remember this in my professional career and will always seek advice from other teachers and peers for ideas for my classroom. And that is all that I have to present for the ISTE Standards for Teachers. Thank you.